This is an apple that we highly recommend. Most people refer to it as simply King, but the full name is Tompkins County King. And this shows you characteristic red on the outside when it's becoming fully ripe, and it has a splash of yellow russet coming out of the top. And this is our favorite apple that we have so far. It's pretty often unblemished, and the apple maggots or codling moth don't seem to bother it as much as other ones. It ripens late. For us, we usually pick it in mid-October, and it keeps pretty long, especially if you put it in plastic bags in the refrigerator. You'll probably have some after Christmas that are still good for fresh eating. And this is one that you'll want to eat fresh a lot because it doesn't have many blemishes. It tastes really good. It's
looks good.
I don't know. It's just tasty. It's kind of sweet and savory at the same time. It looks really good. And let's see what else. This one isn't typical of what they normally look like. They don't usually look stripy. They look, when you polish them up, when they're completely ripe, they're deep red, dark red. Look at the size of this one. They're big also. Did I fail to mention that? They're a large apple. What else can I say about it? Let's walk around and show you examples. These aren't completely ripe. They're not completely colored up. Some are more than others. They look beautiful on the tree. It seems to be fairly common on the west side of the Cascade Mountains where this is. There's one bug hole or bird peck. Haven't seen any other ones so far.
This one's on ground.
That's a good example of what they look like. The flesh is a little bit yellowish inside instead of pure white. They do brown quickly. Here's a nice one. Tompkins County King. Don't look at those yuckies there. When they're green on the bottom, they're not ripe. You wait till they're nice bright yellow. And usually I press my fingertip firmly, and if they crunch in a little bit, that means they're ripe. If they won't crunch in, they're not ripe yet. And if they're green at all on the bottom, they're not ripe yet. I'll back up so you can see kind of what the trees grow like. These trees are about 10 or 15 years old here. Kind of bushy, and the branches sprawl out down low. And you have to prune the branches out a lot that go straight up. You won't get much fruit on those. As you can see here, no fruit on the straight up branches coming out of the top, and the sideways branches are loaded with fruit. They should be loaded with more, but this thing was blooming when it was cloudy and rainy, so no bees were really out. Actually, I'm sorry. This tree needs a pollinizer, and the pollinizer trees were done blooming, so we need to get some other apple varieties in here to get better pollination on these. Anyway, that's the variety King, or Tompkins County King. Highly recommend it. It looks beautiful, tastes beautiful, and it keeps pretty well. And it's relatively, seems to be bug and disease resistant.